Alright, so we'll look at the concept of codominance. Earlier on we talked about incomplete dominance, where we have a new intermediate entirely produced. But here, in codominance, both genes are manifested in the character of that particular organism. Now we said that certain genes found in heterozygous allele tend to manifest their characters, e.g. blood group ABO. If you observe the blood group ABO as a case study, you'll find out that it is made up of the blood group ABO. Here we have one of the allele comprises of the blood group A, another allele has what? B. Why the allele that contains blood group O is inactive? Because it does not produce any antigen. So for the blood group A, for this blood group ABO, one of the allele, like we said, has what? A, and it denotes the antigen what? A. So antigen A is from the such individual. If you are here and you have this blood group AB, one thing you notice is that you have this antigen A, as we earlier said in our previous class. Why? Because of the presence of this allele B, antigen B is also what? Formed. But in this case, since it's an heterozygous allele, in this case, both genes are active, they are dominant. You find out that the person is manifesting the complete trait of blood group A, and it's also manifesting the complete trait of what? Blood group B. So we say person is what? ABO. And like we previously said, such an individual, definitely because he has both antigen, will not produce what? Any antibody. So if blood from any blood group is transfused, maybe from blood group A, is transfused to that individual, you will not have any form of agglutination. So that's how we previously said that ABO are what? Universal recipients. And this is one of the blood grouping, especially ABO, is one of the characters that are transmitted from different alleles. Because the allele for A is different from that of B and that of O. This concept, this ideology is what we refer to as codominance. It means both the heterozygous gene in that allele are both active. They are fully active, and those traits are completely manifested. The next thing we look at is the idea of linkage, and we use the case study of Drosophila. Drosophila has been one of the common plants that we have, animal species or insect species that we have used. Now, the unique thing about Drosophila, according to Mendel, Mendel said that genes are what? Independently assorted, meaning the tendency of the manifestation of one gene is not dependent on the other. Okay? But when Drosophila was studied, it was discovered that the gene that denotes for the color of that insect, of that particular organism, and the shape of the wings are sorted dependently. Do you understand? Both of them, by sorted would mean aggregation. They are formed together. So the color is dependent on the shape of the wings, and the shape of the wings is dependent on what? The color. So that is what we refer to as what? Linkage, meaning these two genes are linked. Do you understand the idea? If, for instance, there is one color, let's say a particular insect species of Drosophila, an organism has red, is red in color. Maybe red in color goes with what? Let's say triangular shape wings. While when it is yellow in color, what you have is a rounded wings. So it tells you that both these two characters are sorted together. They are not independent. Unlike what Mendel said that genes are independently assorted. Okay, so these were some of some other things that were coming up when further studies were carried out on genetic formation, assortment of genes. Other intricacies. Another intricacy is sex determination. In humans, as a case study, let's take humans as a case study because it's the easier for us to relate with ourselves as humans. And the case study, during the course of fertilization, okay, during fertilization, we usually have, the first thing to notice that the female contributes what? The X chromosome. So the egg cell in the female produces what? Just an X chromosome. So it's only an X chromosome. It doesn't contain any other chromosome aside from the X chromosome that is found in it. While the male will either contribute what? An X chromosome or what? A Y chromosome. And like we previously said that the X chromosome swims faster but lives what? For a shorter period of time. While the X chromosome swims slower and lives for a longer period of time. While the Y chromosome swims what? Faster and lives for a shorter period of time. Okay? Do you understand the idea? So for somebody, once, let's say if fertilization takes place, for instance, one of the things you observe is when the egg is released on time, the egg is already released and in the right position on time during the course of ejaculation. The sperm cell that will get there first is what? The Y chromosome. Do you understand? But if the eggs were to be released a bit later, the sperm cell that will get there will be the X chromosome, because by then the Y chromosome will be there. So that's one thing. Although it has been postulated that there are certain individuals that are just known, they predominantly produce this Y chromosome, they release more of it. While certain individuals shoot the S chromosome more. So that is also one of the intricacies to observe in sex determination. That's why you observe in some families, in certain families, you find out that they have males, they just have males all throughout, maybe just one female or scarcely. If as any family, it follows a pattern. You check, let's say you have 3 brothers, you check their family. This one has 5 males and 1 female, and the female maybe is the last. The other one has maybe 4 males and 1 female. Just like that. Have you observed that kind of pattern before in a family? It happens sometimes. So it tells that those people, they are very predominant to the Y chromosome, while in some they are more predominant to the X chromosome. But the point is that the sex of an individual is determined, and that's the next thing we look at. We say sex is what? Determined by whether an egg was fertilized with what? An X bearing or what? A Y bearing sperm cell. So the female has little or nothing to do with what? The sex of the child. The sex of the child is determined solely by the sperm cell that is produced. So unlike the olden days where I don't want to make reference to that. But the next is that only a few genes in the Y chromosome. But like I said, there's still an argument. It is still dependent on the female sometimes. To some extent. Only a few genes in the Y chromosomes are what? Active. And therefore the X chromosomes function singly at that point. Now, if we have a male, the male will be what? XY. When you have XY, the male is XY. For this kind of, in this combination, not all the genes found in the Y chromosomes are active. Just a few of them are active. And that's why these active genes are the ones that produces the distinguishing characters you find in males. One of such distinguishing characters we have, okay, like in males, one difference is that the way the sexual organ develop in a male is different from that of a female. Why? Because in a female, that particular gene is not present. There is a gene in the male that helps to determine, that causes that protrusion in males. Do you understand? Why in females is not present there? So it's as though the female will show you the way the normal genetic arrangement will go. Why? Because of the presence of that gene in the male, it will go in a different direction. That's why you see some certain manifestations that are predominant for just males. And those ones are found only in the X chromosome. Why? Most of the characters you find in humans, male and female alike, is founded in the X chromosomes. most of the characters are found male. And at that point, the Y chromosome is not inactive for those genes. So most of the characters, except for the few that denote for masculinity. So those characters, so we said that the X chromosome is what functions singly at that point. It functions unlike what Mendel said, according to Mendel's first law. Genes will function as what a pair. They come as a pair. But in this case, the genes in the X chromosome functions alone without the presence of the Y chromosome. The next thing we look at is only one of the two X chromosomes. Only one of the two X chromosomes in female is what active. And this is solely due to randomness. In a female, you have what XX. By this, it will naturally let you know that the manifestation of traits or characters will be what amplified, right? Do you understand? If the characters are found in this X chromosome and they are also found in this Y chromosome, it means that these things will be overblown and amplified. But amazingly, one of these S chromosomes is not active. And this is solely due to randomness. It is not predetermined. Randomly, one of them, because once one of them is active, the other one becomes inactive. So it helps to keep, so in a female, for the most part, just one of these chromosomes functions mostly for most characters. Do you understand the difference between the male and female? Only one of these chromosomes is active in the female. So that concept is what we refer to as dilution of gene dosage. The gene dosage is diluted, otherwise you'll be seeing some very extra features in females. But because one of the genes is diluted, only one is active. So the genetic coding in humans or in organisms is very detailed and very meticulous. A very detailed system, especially in sex determination. From here, we're going to look next at sex-linked characters. How sex-linked characters are transmitted sometimes from mother to son or from father to daughter. That's the sex-linked characters.